Good afternoon, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. Purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me today, I presume that you're innocent to these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release today, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule. Here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, of the warrant which led to your arrest, we'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this afternoon. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. Now, I need each of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. Y'all solemnly swear, affirm, tell truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Allison Anaya. Morning, young lady. What's your date of birth?
4/7/80.
Allison, I have 2 warrants for you. They were both signed by Judge Toner. In each case, he found probable cause for a violation of probation. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'm going to appoint the public defender. Allison, I'm going to move these cases to the 22nd of November. That'll put you back on Judge Toner's docket. He set the bond on the warrant, said no bond. I can't change that. But they'll both be back on the 22nd. And the public defender will come see you at the jail before you go to court again, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christopher Dew. Morning, Christopher. What's your date of birth?
6/20/85.
Christopher, I have 7 counts this morning. I have 2 counts of grand theft, 2 counts of possession of new legend drug without a prescription, 2 counts of possession, or 1 count of possession of controlled substance, 2 counts of possession of paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State what you got.
There's nothing in state, Your Honor. It is a multi-source offender. Got an adjudication in 2011 for DUI, adjudication in 2011 for possession of marijuana and possession of controlled substance. And there was a mention of an assault and criminal mischief charges in 2011, but they disposed on those.
Okay. Christopher, the address I have for you is Atrium Way in Columbia, South Carolina. Is that your address?
No.
All right. Where do you live?
I just got to Florida about a month ago. So,
Okay. Where you been staying?
Got a friend's.
Okay. Are you still staying there, or are you not staying there anymore?
Well, I'm staying here.
Okay. You have a job?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a sales manager for Vivint Solar.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 on each count. That'll make it a total of $7,000. You'll be back in court on November 26th. If you get out, it's very important that you contact the public defender right away, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Devin Wilbanks. Oops, sorry. Afternoon, Devin. What's your date of birth?
4/5/99.
Charge is felony criminal mischief. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Yes.
All right. Point to PD. State.
Yes, Your Honor. Seeing an adjudication in 2009 for possession of paraphernalia and adjudication in 2009. Adjudication 2019 for possession of paraphernalia and adjudication 2019 again for possession of paraphernalia. And also, Your Honor, the victims are present.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Wilbanks, did you want to be heard?
Yes.
All right, come on forward. Come on, all the way. We'll have you right up here. Would you raise your right hand for me, sir? Solemnly swear firm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, yes, sir.
State your name.
Billy Wilbanks.
All right. This is your son, Billy?
Yes.
Billy, what do you want to tell me?
I want to tell you that Saturday, me and my wife went to spend the day with our grandchildren. Upon coming home, our house has been completely destroyed. Holes punched in the walls, cabinets ripped down. We just spent almost $20,000 renovating. Our house is demolished. He's busted out windows, smashed the TV. Like I said, I've had pictures of the damage that he did to our house.
Okay.
And I don't want him back in my house. How do I stop this?
Well, I can do that for you.
Okay.
What I'll do is in a second here, I'm going to set his bond. A condition of that bond that he has no contact with you or your wife or your home. If he does, then you just call 911. They'll arrest him for violating that condition. All right.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Good.
As long as we can stop him from
Yep.
coming back there, and
Mission accomplished.
thank you.
All right. Devin, you have a job these days?
Not right now.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. Condition is that you'll have no contact with your dad or with his address, which is 27171 Townsend Boulevard. No contact means no contact of any kind. You don't call, you don't write, you don't email, you don't text message, you don't contact him through social media. Don't go where he lives. Don't go where he works. You don't have any contact of any kind. Any way that you might imagine contacting him, I forbid you to do that. If you have contact and we find out about it, your bond will be revoked and you'll be held without bond until the charges are resolved. It means no contact even if he changes his mind and wants to have contact with you. So if you answer your phone and hear his voice, then you should hang up. If you're out and about and see him, you should turn around and run the other way. What's your name, ma'am?
Stephanie Wilbanks.
It also includes Stephanie Wilbanks. Same thing with her. No contact of any kind. You need to understand that they cannot drop the charges against you. They might go to the state attorney's office. Doesn't seem likely, but they might go there and ask them to drop the charges, but that's not a decision they get to make. That decision belongs solely to the assistant state attorney handling your case. So unless that person or your lawyer or the judge on your case tells you the charges are dropped, you should assume they are not dropped and you should not have contact. I'll have you back in court on the 26th of November. If you're able to bond out, you should contact the PD right away. If you can't, then they'll come see you at the jail, all right?
All right.
Thank you.
You.
No contact. Damon Torres. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
Good afternoon, 1490.
Mr. Torres, the charge is violation of an injunction. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
The PD.
I'll point to PD State.
That's right. He's got an adjudication 2018 for battery and second adjudication 2019 for reckless driving, introduced from a DUI, and a whittle for possession of marijuana less than 20 grams. And he has an out-of-state conviction for petty theft in 2012.
All right. Mr. Torres, I had an address for you on Broad Street in Brooksville. Is that where you were living?
Yes.
Okay. You have a job these days?
No, I'm working towards that.
Say that again?
Working towards it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $100. Condition of the bond is that you abide by that injunction. So here's the deal. I don't want you to say anything about the injunction, okay? But it appears, based on the report that I read, that you and Elizabeth may have worked things out some time ago and didn't realize this injunction was still out there. But now you know, and you can't have contact with her until that injunction goes away. She can get rid of it by going to see the judge who gave it to her, which is Judge Heinemann. But as long as it exists, you two can't have contact, okay?
All right.
All right? But once it's fixed, it's fixed. You still got to come to court on this. This is a misdemeanor charge. You're going to be in court on the 20th of November. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out, all right?
Yes.
All right, very good. Thanks, sir. Thanks, Dale.